Thank you for joining us today. We're talking with Linda Leib from the Bridges Foundation. Thanks for being here, Linda.
I'm glad to talk about bridges anytime. Good to
Oh,
be
tell
here.
me, tell me what it is and how it got its name. How did it get its start?
Well, the Bridges Foundation is a little over 35 years old, and it's a lay organization. It offers the retreat in daily life, which is the 30-day retreat spread over 8 or 9 months. And it came into being in this area because Christian Life Community, which offered it prior to that, was sort of disbanded at one point. The house that's on St. Louis University was disbanded, and that sort of made for a void. And when a group of them from Christian Life Community and the Fellings got together, the Fellings were educated and formed in Canada. The lay retreat came from Northern Europe to England, to Canada, and then to the United States. So from the people from Canada, the Fellings, the organization started by forming several prayer companions from Christian Life Community and from the Jesuits. And then with that training, they were offering the retreat to 50 to 60 people at a time, right away.
Wow.
It was just a great experience right away. Wow. Now the board was formed in order to support and fund the training and the retreat. So the board is an active working board, and I'm the stipend person that they tell me what to do, and I try to do it.
How did Bridges get its name?
It was an original name from Christian Life Community. I'm not even sure. It bridges daily life and the retreat. So it bridges the spirituality that's involved.
Okay. So kind of bridging a distance, perhaps, is kind of the idea.
And bringing daily life together with the spirituality of St. Ignatius.
Got it. And how did you become part of it?
I received the retreat in 2000. I found out about it while I was studying at St. Louis University. I hadn't even known about it before. And I was looking to make a discernment about what to do with my education. And the priest that was my summer director suggested Bridges, and that's how I found it. And then for several years, I was active in the region for Christian Life Community, which is another lay organization. It is actually recognized in Rome. It's international. And so the region has a board, and then the United States has a board, and then there's an international board for Christian Life Community. Eventually, I was encouraged to take prayer companion training. That was about 10 years ago. And that's when I started really getting active in Bridges. About 4 years ago is when I took on the director of it.
Okay. So I'm taking the retreat this year myself. And I had not heard the term prayer companion before. I was used to the idea of like a spiritual director. Can you talk about what the difference is between those two ideas?
The phrase prayer companion comes from St. Ignatius because he had his companions. The companion, if you have a director looks at what you're talking about and tries to make you more aware of what you're talking about and where you are in your spiritual life. The companion is someone who offers you what St. Ignatius has to offer, but then just companions you as you experience what St. Ignatius wants you to experience. I hope that explains it.
Got it, yeah. And so there's many programs, though, that are under the Bridges Foundation umbrella, right? Because it's not just the retreat, but you can go on to learn how to be a prayer companion.
Yes, we have what's called the Magis program. The Magis is a St. Ignatius term for doing the best you can be at what you're doing, not to take on another job, but to do what you do well. So the Magis program is offered Saturdays from September to May. And within that program is a talk for an hour, a couple 20-minute talks from an expert in the field. And then after that, there's small groups. And in the small groups is the opportunity to take prayer companion training. But we have a lot of people that come to Majas that come just to be part of the community and to continue in Ignatian spirituality.
Gotcha.
But it is the format for our training of prayer companions.
Gotcha. And there are other activities that you're engaged in over the course of the year as well, correct?
Yes, we in the summertime every other year we offer the Ignatian Community Retreat. This coming summer in July 11th and 12th, I looked this up to have the date right. Father Michael Sparrow from Bellarmine Retreat House near Chicago is coming. And he's a wonderful preacher. He does heart-to-heart videos that are available all the time. And I actually have started to follow his videos because he, in 5 minutes, he can tell you a lot about St. Ignatius, but it's also interesting the way he presents. He's a very expert in offering retreats and in homilies.
Great, that's wonderful.
So next July, look for a 2-day retreat, the 11th and 12th.
I am sure that we will be advertising it at College Church for all of the parishioners here. How has the pandemic impacted what you do?
It has forced us to move to this kind of video, the live streaming. And because of that, we actually have now an online site that is designated just online. And we have people from a Minneapolis area that have been recruited to experience the retreat. And because of that experience and because of gaining familiarity with Zoom and live streaming, we intend to offer the retreat to other areas beyond the greater St. Louis area. So we will continue with a live streaming online retreat as the years go on.
That's wonderful.
It is great. It is great. On one-to-one, it's really good.
Yeah.
In group meetings, we're learning how to communicate better in group meetings on Zoom, but it's a good experience.
What lessons do you think the spiritual exercises have for these times?
The idea of regular prayer times and having a relationship with God is helpful at any time, but in a time of stress, it certainly offers a time of respite and ability to deal the rest of the day. St. Ignatius calls it contemplative in action. So if you have an ability to be in God's presence a good amount of the time, if not all the time, that's being a contemplative in action, knowing that God is with you while you're working through the day.
Yeah, that is a gift. What do you hope that the future is going to bring for Bridges?
Well, we were excited this year to be able to have 35 people at our information sessions because they were all live streamed. So they had to come, they had to contact me first to get a link to come to the meeting. So, and then to have 24 retreatants. Yeah, we're just pleased that this has happened this year because we didn't expect to have so much interest in doing it online. So we know there are people that want the convenience of online, besides people that are not in the St. Louis area, but even people in the St. Louis area find it convenient to have an online retreat. So that gives us another venue, another way to bring people in. And our mission is to promote and support people receiving the 19th annotation retreat, the retreat in daily life. So it just gives us enough, because of the COVID, we're given another source of way to get people into the retreat. So it's exciting.
Thank you, Linda. I really appreciate your time today, and I will make sure that I have links to Bridges on this video so that folks can learn more.
Thank you very much.